And welcome back. Well, Memorial Day is one of the busiest travel times of the year. So if you're hitting the road this weekend like we are, then we've got some ideas to get you to your destination without a hitch. Joining me now from AAA is Robert Sinclair, along with Michelin driving safety expert Sarah Robinson. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Hey there.
I think this is important for all of us families who are traveling this weekend. I'm going to be hitting the road. A lot of people are. What can we expect this Memorial Day when we're getting on the road and beyond in terms of safety, or what we need to be aware of?
Well, you're going to have lots of company this holiday weekend and probably throughout the whole summer. Generally, as Memorial Day goes, the whole summer goes. We're anticipating more than 39 million people will be taking a trip this holiday weekend. That's 1 million more than last year, and the most since 2005. 88% of those, 34.6 million, will be driving to their destinations. And we're anticipating more than 330,000 breakdowns nationwide that we at AAA will have to take care of. The top 3 items: flat tires, dead batteries, and lockouts. So especially as far as safety and convenience, you need to give attention to some simple items before you hit the road.
Right. You know, as Robert mentions, one of the top breakdowns is tires and flat tires, and amazingly enough, it's one of the easiest ones to prevent. So Michelin likes to encourage people. We're entering National Tire Safety Week, and there's a reason that it's the beginning of summer. It's because this is the time where it's most important for us to increase awareness, and we want to make sure that once a month or before you hit the road for your big long vacation road trip, that you inspect your vehicle and your tires. If you take good care of them, they're going to return the favor and take good care of you. I have here a whopping investment of $2.
$2.
And this is a really good investment in our safety. We can use the penny in order to check the tread depth to ensure that we have adequate tread depth to resist hydroplaning, as we know we're going to have, these summer showers, hit our trip. And as well, when you're doing that, you want to overlook the entire tire itself. Look at the condition, make sure that it's wearing evenly, no cuts or bulges. Make sure to go to michelinman.com to get the really detailed instructions of how to use the penny to make sure that you've got 2/30 seconds or more on the tread depth. But tread is kind of easy. That's what we see. People have a tendency to look at the tire and they're like, yeah, it's black, it's round, it's holding air.
Let's go.
It's good to go.
But the other $1.99 here, it's pretty important. This is what we use to check our pressure. You can use this one or a digital gauge. And the tire inflation pressure is just as important to the tire's performance and safety as the tread depth and condition. It's what holds the load capacity of the car. It delivers wet and dry performance. It ensures fuel efficiency, longevity, everything. And you want to make sure that the tire pressure is set to the vehicle recommendation. You can find that number on the door placard of the driver's door or in the owner's manual. It's a very carefully researched and engineered number. It's not something we just kind of pick out of the sky.
Well, and I think that's important to look at that, as you mentioned, because I remember on my old car, it was a different number than on my new car, and I was actually adjusting my tires to an old number that was in my head, and when I had heard the number was on the inside of the door and I looked, that number was a much higher pressure, and so my tires were under pressure. So it's important to check that and know what your current tire is at as well, like you said, for your car. So for that checklist, you said, so we've got the tires down. What are some of the other things that we can do to make sure that we're ensuring a safe trip on the road? Other checklist items?
Well, Tiffany, one of the most important safety features of any vehicle is the driver behind the wheel. It's paramount. Michelin just conducted a study to kind of observe people's driving behaviors as it changed in the season. And it was kind of alarming. We found that 2/3 of people felt safer driving in the summer, citing better road conditions, longer daylight hours, but actually this is counterproductive to the truth. I mean, we know we're entering actually the 100 deadliest days because there are more people on the road, more distractions. So aside from just being sure that your vehicle and your tires are prepared, it's important to know that you are prepared and that we know that people are going to be driving long distances. We see that people, 7 in 10 are going to be taking really long trips, and many over 7 hours. So we want to make sure that you're giving yourself time to get out of the car every couple of hours, stretch out, make sure that you're good, and as well stay hyper vigilant and focused on the task at hand, which is driving and only driving. You've got to drive the car, not just steer it.
Robert and Sarah, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.